Friday. It's Tuesday, just after 12, and I'm here with Dorking Wanderers manager Marc White for an end of season catch up before you have a well deserved break, as will I, hopefully. So, Marc, only one place to start, really. Last Saturday, obviously, what a day at Meadowbank, promotion final, and we got over the line.
Yeah, we don't do things by halves, do we? That's the thing. As a club, I thought it's been a tremendous season, really. The amount of matches at Meadowbank where we've been that have been so exciting for the supporters, and they've gone home. I mean, I remember beating Eastbourne Borough 4-3 in the pitch black early season, coming from behind, and Dulwich Hamlet, of course, and we had that whole Christmas period when we went and scored 8 goals and 5 goals and I think 6 goals, and it's just been a great season for us, really. And at Meadowbank, and the fans have supported that throughout, and they've been right behind us. And what I noticed this season was that incrementally that support was making a bigger and bigger difference every game as we went to the back end of the season, and it was growing as people got behind us. And yeah, I mean, when we finished runners up, obviously on purpose now because we won the playoffs, we were quietly confident because we knew we'd be strong at home. We at the time had quite a few of our boys back fit, and we sort of dispatched of Oxford in the semi-final really comfortably. And then I kept it quite quiet the week before the final, really, because I didn't want to manifest the wrong things. But we took a lot of injuries, and about that kind of 7 days, we took about 6, which have been the story of the season. And there was a few boys playing Saturday that really shouldn't have been. Alfie had essentially a grade 1 tear in his calf and shouldn't have played. Jimmy, Cheadle, McShane. So we went into that game and we were walking wounded, and we were already missing Wes, Niall, Isaac, Kennedy. So in the back of my mind, which is quite ironic, I really thought, don't even think about it, let's let the occasion overtake that situation. And then that's really what happened. The players were immense against a really good Ebbsfleet team. Listen, we couple of mistakes. If you're talking about the fundamentals, a couple of poor errors for their goals, but we played some good stuff at times. But near the end of that game, we was out on our legs. We'd had to make substitutions all over the place that we didn't want to, or certainly didn't want to at that point in time. Alfie's calf was no good. I said to Jace, like, if we go to a 4-5-1, can you stay on? Because Jason was in bits with his calf, and Jason said there's no way I'd be able to do it, you know. So we had to make bold decisions in play to take off Jason, put an extra centre half on. We had to make decisions all over the place. We had to then swap Barry and bring Kane on, who's not a right back. So it was one of those kind of in-play scenarios where as a management team, we just threw everything we had at it, every bit of experience we had as well. And we got our reward. You have to look at it and say that, you know, the 5 seconds to play is what the ref said for that goal, and the equaliser, which is phenomenal, and the biggest celebration Meadowbank's ever seen. Lifelong memories for them kids, parents, families, grown men reduced to tears as a result of the outcome, because we was out with a washing. And you know, I did say that I felt we deserved some fortune off the back of the the COVID season that was cancelled when we was flying high. This year we've played the majority of the season with key figureheads missing. The whole right side full of Briggs was missing for like 14 weeks. Pryor missed about half the season, if not more. And we had, any given time at certain points, we had all sorts of 5 or 6 first sort of 13 players missing. So, everything had gone against us this year. We used all our experience to get results, to finish runners up and give ourselves the best chance of winning it, and we did. I thought it was a great job by the management team, an even better job by the players that were involved, and an even bigger job by the supporters that were involved, equal to the volunteers and the staff at the club and the committee. And that success is for everybody. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's I guess you would call it a proper sort of team effort on and off the pitch. Special mention to the supporters, and to be fair, the Ebbsfleet fans, they came in decent numbers, didn't they? And they played their part on the day, but it was quite an event, and it will live long in the memory. The amount of people that have said they'll just never forget that day. It was phenomenal, really.
Phenomenal day, really good day. And Ebbsfleet fans were great, and like they're supposed to be, and they'll feel unlucky, and they should feel unlucky. They got relegated points per game by 0.02 2 years ago, and then Dover got kept in the league the year after, so they'll feel a bit like they shouldn't be in this division. But they've done a great job there, and they'll be back. Oh,
no doubt. Some good players.
I'm sure
great
club, great team,
season.
Great setup.
Yeah, that's it. So the end result basically is you're now in the National League. Has that sunk in yet?
Well, not really. Obviously, not ready for it at all, as we never have been, really, to be honest. Gives us a whole load of stuff to do off the pitch, loads of stuff to do on the pitch, and pretty much similar to every time we've been promoted, really. Just looking at where we go from here. But that's the fairy tale, that's the beauty of what we do. It'd be boring if we had a 70,000, new camp stadium, and we've part of what we do here is it's all part of our project. It's you could look at the clubs in the league and look at the stature of it, ex-Premier League clubs and big clubs, but they're at that level now for a reason. We hope we can give a good account. Obviously, everybody involved has got a lot of expectations. We are a small fish in a big pond, significantly a small fish. So everybody's got to now lower their expectations. It's being part of a club like us, and any club should be. You're there whether you win, lose or draw. We've got a lot of work to do off the field now, and we are doing that, and we've already had lots of meetings about that. We hope to do, to compete. We competed in the National South a lot quicker than we normally do in new leagues. In the National South, in the 3 seasons, we semi-final playoffs, top called off, looking good, runners up. Normally we always have one season where we're sort of like, mid to lower table. Now, that's not me saying for 1 minute that's our aim, but in reality, if you look at the teams that go up and come down every single year, they're often newly promoted. It's a massive task, but we're there to apply ourselves to it, and hopefully the supporters get right behind us, and of course the town. And the town is just a phenomenal feeling. Messages from councillors to literally everybody right behind what the club's doing, the social impact it's having on the town, and the commercial benefits. And so we just want to keep bringing that really to the town. That's the bottom line. But next year is going to be tough.
Yeah, indeed. And there's some mouth-watering games in prospect. A couple of, if you look at it from a sort of derby perspective, you've got the likes of Woking and Aldershot, and then some very big, well-established clubs that were in the Football League for years. You know, the likes of Oldham Athletic and Notts County.
Yeah.
And the list goes on. You know, it's a big league.
I see some of their fans. We're getting quoted as, blimey, you've got to go to Dorking. I don't blame them for thinking that, by the way. But what I would say is, from experience, is that looking at some of the Southend fans and that are now in that league, and you know, they actually realise that actually life outside of, you know, life outside of league football and life outside of being a Premier League club is actually quite enjoyable. You know what I mean? So, but listen, it's going to be an amazing experience for us. We'll just see where we go from here, mate. I mean, that's where it is. Do you know what I mean? But just the support we've had is phenomenal. I couldn't reply even now to every message I've had, and I know it's been the same for the staff and stuff like that. And we just appreciate everything so much. We are really appreciative. Obviously, we're not in it for money. There's nothing in it. There's no money involved in running a football club. We work relentlessly to raise the funds to participate. And obviously we're now going to be relying upon our sponsors to give us a bit more money and back us, and you know, to help us participate at the next level.
Yeah, that's it. And on that note, I've got to say, you know, a big thank you to the fans. The season ticket sales since Saturday have been nothing short of remarkable.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Unbelievable. And you know, we have more season ticket holders now than we would get at home when we were at West Humble, so that speaks volumes, really.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to everybody for their support. It's been brilliant.
That's great.
Yeah, and you know, just final thing on the season, really. I mean, yeah, you know, you had a lot of challenges with injuries. We know that right up until the end, but it was a double winning season. Got promotion and also won the Surrey Senior Cup.
Yeah,
for the
I
first
know.
time. Yeah.
It is mind-boggling. I think the size of the jump up has overwhelmed the celebrations, really, for me. And one of the reasons behind that is that we need to remember it's May the 24th and we've just finished the season. So this kind of COVID knock-on effect has meant this has been a really long season. We've now got zero time to get ready for a significant step. So if I seem a bit muted in my exuberance, then it is because we've got a big job to do. But I know we'll have everybody behind us. I mean, it is just unspeakable how many people are positively impacted by this club and the work the club does in the community through our committee, you know, and everything that we provide. And the letters and emails since Saturday, it's just been phenomenal from what it means to people. I mean, it's just remarkable. We never had a single supporter. We didn't have a single supporter. So it means something to us. So you're only as good as your last win.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's not a bad one.
No,
it's not a bad one, mate. You know, we had our day in the sun, and when you see them videos of the celebrations,
yeah,
it's something else. Unbelievable, remarkable.
No, we're lucky to have it all caught on camera. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So just a couple of final things from me.
Yeah.
Obviously, because as you said, you know, the season's finished a lot later than we would normally expect, and obviously with the playoffs as well. So we haven't had the chance to do the player awards yet. However, what we can tell everybody that's watching, before the end of the month, we will announce both through our website and on social media who has won what.
The Alfie's won it. No, I'm joking.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
But obviously the supporters did vote down at Meadowbank at the Oxford game, so the results are in. I know who won that one, and we will announce it before month end. And just final thing from me, Mark, and you know, I know we like having our catch-ups every week, but I'm going to leave you alone for a few weeks now. What would you say has been your personal highlight or highlights this season?
Cool.
Put you on the spot.
Like I said earlier, we don't do things by halves. So we've had a lot of good memories. You can't top Saturday, no way, impossible. Outside of that, I think the Boxing Day game was very memorable, just by the pure virtue of that type of level of win, you know. But I think it's quite fortunate. There's so many good memories. It's hard to pinpoint one, you know. But I just think everybody watching, all the fans will just you can only default to Luke Moore second goal.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, we run down the touchline like you do, because it's just pure ecstatic. And I think it was Alfie taking in front of the fans and taking his arms up, and Luke Moore has scored it. It's in the middle of it all, and all he can say, he was prodding me, going, "That was my goal. It was my goal."
You could argue it might have gone in.
Yeah, well, I've not watched it, to be fair, but yeah, so
it's a great header, to be fair.
Yeah, listen, it's just what people need to remember is, could you get all the idiots that have no idea about Dorking Wanderers or even football or both, but the people that Morrow and McShane have been at the club that scored 2 of those goals. They've been at the club something like 13 years between them. So we we do massively have a model where we like to keep our players and build success that way, and it's so nice when you see them getting rewarded. I just say actually to the supporters that I think we'll do an update with me maybe in the lounge close season, and we'll have a bit of fun with that. Priority being season ticket holders first, and I think we'll get our pre-season friendly schedule should be ready to go out maybe back end of this week. See no reason why not. Player movement, I think any players that are not going to be with us, we'll be able to tell you next week. So yeah, we're going to try and sort of do that and then get a small breather before we go again.
Absolutely.
But we could not do this without the volunteers, the fans, the sponsors, and all of you guys. So yeah, what a touch! And I want to say big thanks as well to the media team as well, and Rich Fippard in particular with his bunch of amateurs, which we're brave to showcase. People. To be fair, it's bloody well received, but people have an opinion, right? But I tell you what, there's not many managers would let them in, and in fact they won't let them in to see the inside. Do you know what I mean? And we let people see what we're all about and that, and Rich has helped build a bit of that sort of Wanderers romance to the wider world, and we really appreciate all them followers as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, myself included, that are looking forward to seeing Rich's final couple of episodes, including, of course, Saturday's playoff or promotion finals, they called it. So
it doesn't get much better than seeing him bounce down the touchline, trying to hold the camera but dance at the same time.
Yeah, fantastic. I cannot wait to see that. Right, Mark. So thanks a lot for your time. As you said,
cheers,
as you said for the fans, there's some stuff that we will be releasing in the next week or two. So watch this space. And also don't forget, because they are flying out, if you want to order your replica shirt and get it in time for the new season, order it before May the 31st, because there's a custom production lead time on these shirts. They're very nice, as I'm sure everyone's seen, but I would hate people to leave it till sort of mid-June and then be disappointed because they haven't got their red and white shirt, whatever it might be for the first game. So
I think our first friendly is Ollie Roffey. I think it's Roffey. It's a charity day. Step 5 club managed by ex-player, massive friend of the club, Andy Lampard, and it's I think it's for Minds charity. I think I'm going to say Saturday 2nd of July, if July the 2nd is Saturday. To let you know if you want in about 2 seconds whilst you're live, Chris. Yeah,
there you go. Date for the diary.
Yeah. We're going to be back with the next production.
Oh, well, James has just actually come up on screen and said yes it is, so there you go.
There you go, James.
Thanks, James, for confirming. So 2nd of July, get it in the diary, first chance to see the Wanderers in action, in the pre-season campaign. So
yeah, and I'll see you all over there.
Lovely stuff.
Goodbye for a few weeks.
Yeah, have a nice break, you deserve it, and
Cheers.
we'll catch up soon. Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.